It's Temple Tuesday. I'm Joey, and I'm standing just outside of the entryway to the Worshipper's Path, a path that takes us up into the temple sanctuary here at the Community of Christ Temple in Independence, Missouri. Now, this path, this experience, some call it a journey of faith. I've even heard it referred to as a hope-filled encounter with the divine, begins as we walk through this beautiful piece of artwork. Now, this is actually several layers of etched glass, upon which we find a beautiful depiction of a wooded area, and some might even call it a grove. And this takes us back to a profound experience from the early stages of this faith movement. It was on a beautiful day in May of 1820 that a young boy, just 14 years old, who was filled with questions and seeking answers, goes out into the woods and begins to pray. And this foundational experience reminds us, as part of Community of Christ, that all of our encounters begin with our questions. We all come as seekers. And as a faith movement, we continuously come with our questions, looking for an encounter with a God who is alive, a God who is active and out in the world, participating in the activity of the world to make God's vision for this world a reality. In Community of Christ, we have a spiritual practice that many people do every single day, not only to ask what God is up to in the world, but how we might respond and engage in that activity, participate with God to make God's vision for the world come about, to become a reality in the world. And so your challenge and your invitation today is not only to listen to the words of this prayer, but to consider, what are your questions? What are you seeking? And how might bringing those questions to God begin an encounter to which you might be called into the work that God has already begun in you and around you? The prayer goes like this: God, where will your Spirit lead today? Help me be fully awake and ready to respond. Grant me courage to risk something new and become a blessing of your love and peace. Amen. We'll see you next week.